Welcome everybody to my vlog. Sorry about the background lighting. But anyways, this is about Ontario Hydro Works here in Ontario, Canada. Okay, right off the bat. This has been going on frequently. We only had a little light snow this morning and a little bit of wind. But anyways, we never had a problem like this for a while. But for some reason, Ontario Hydro decided to turn off the hydro about a little bit after 1 o'clock. Nobody got mentioned about anything about when the hydro will be off. This is the date when it happened. This is what time it is now. The hydro went off a little bit after 1 o'clock p.m. today. And they said to us the hydro won't be back on till about sometime around 6. And we've seen hydro trucks going back and forth here where I am. And I'm on a farm. We have two houses, one next door, the main house, and I'm in my little small house. But anyways, here's the problem hydro have. Alright, this has been going on for such a long time. And they did cut down trees on the sidelines of highways and all that are bending a little bit over the main electrical hydro lines. And there still is a lot of other trees hanging over here in Bergland, Ontario, Lake of the Woods. And when a hydro line gets knocked down by some bush tree, it goes off for hours. The nearest place is like Kenora, that when they get dispatch from Kenora to come here, or somewhere in Fort Frances, it takes them at least 2 hours to start their little setup to get the power going. Okay, here's the problem. Hydro does not even audacity or even think about. There are a lot of people out here in Ontario where I live that are on welfare, looking for work, trying to look for work, and the welfare systems gives them a piece of paper to go and look for work. That's alright and everything else. But anyways, here's the problem that hydro have, and the welfare or whatever government officials can't think to do this. Why don't they, this has been going on every year. And there's jobs out here for doing that. There's particular people like anybody that is looking for work. Why don't the government start thinking about hiring these people? And they have chainsaws and all that. Why don't you hire a bunch of people like that? Brunch up a bunch of people like that. Get something going here that works for the hydro, The government would be paying these people, not really the hydro. The hydro would be having the support from the government for people like unemployed people that get hired to go out as a group and cut down these bushes. Cut down these trees that are near. Work with the hydro. That we don't have to go out of power every time a single tree gets knocked over a power line. Because I've been driving around everywhere, and I see a bunch of trees almost toppling over the power lines. I see the road crew going back and forth checking the roads to see if they're good. They're doing their job. But I hardly see hydro trucks going around and checking these problems out, getting them before it even happens. And plus, hydro don't even come and read your meters. I hardly see any trucks like that going around reading your meters. They gotta give a guess how much we owe hydro. They say they give out the notices and everything else, but they don't. We never even had a notice that the power was going to go off at this time. But right now, we've been out of power since a little bit after 1 o'clock. And we were having supper right about this time. But no, supper had to be hold. Pot roast is in the oven. The fridge is being to stay closed so our food don't rot. And we got a septic pump downstairs, a pump that draws the water back out. You know what kind of a method that is. But it's practically almost to the top of the hole now. Hydro needs a better strategy plan so people that don't have work get hired. The government and Hydro work together to get a little thing going here that the people that are off work or don't have no job, if they have a chainsaw, hire these people that have boots and hard hats, go out as a community and start cutting down these trees, work with Hydro, and Hydro works with them, so they'll be there on the safety guideline there, so nobody will get hurt, and start working together instead of waiting for the problem to hit. Start working as a group and get these trees out of the way. Instead of doing this, what they did about 2-3 years ago. Did a whole bunch of areas and cut the bush back. That did not solve the problem. I see other places that they didn't even touch yet. So when the Hydro gets called to turn the power back on, they make out an estimated time slot when the power will be back on. The power might be on right now. So, okay, it's working out. Let's take a little overtime here. Let's get more money out of this. So if we're paying so much on Hydro that goes towards these people to put the power back on, we're still losing here. There's no power at all. Everything shuts down. The banks, everything. Local stores in Berglund, everywhere. Ziggy's, everywhere. Everything's shut down because as soon as there's no power, the fridges shut down. Everything shuts down. Even the banking system shuts down. The computers, everything. The only thing I got here is a laptop that's on additional, the battery pack. And this is almost drained down. But like I said, if Hydro's going to be working as a group and start thinking how to solve this problem, that's a better way to do it. Start calling people up, make something happen here to get an organization going here with these people that don't have work, that has chainsaws and everything else. Start getting them, and I guarantee it, that problem will be solved. This way we don't have to go out of power every time. We're not the city, we're out in the country. A city, when the power goes off, they got backups. We don't have no backups here out in the country. Okay? Everything shuts down as soon as the power goes off. The only way to do this, to be safe this way, is get a generator or start switching over from Hydro to solar panels. I hope pretty soon solar panels will be a little bit more cheaper. This way, us people don't have to hesitate of having problems like this anymore. Because Hydro is not stepping it up. They're slacking. But anyway, that's what I think. I think people with no job should get the opportunity to. And plus, it'll give people more jobs. Here's an opportunity right here. Get people out here in northwestern Ontario jobs. They got a chainsaw, get them to work. That's what I have to say. But anyways, yeah, we've been out of power since a little bit after 1 o'clock, and they said they might be on till about 6 o'clock. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hours without no power. And hopefully the power will be on before 6. So that's my little blog, and I hope Hydro is listening and think about that. You want to solve the problem, start working with the government, or the government works with Hydro to get more people jobs out here so they can help out. That's my plan. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed what I have to say. So if anybody agrees with it, people that don't have jobs, this is the only way to get them jobs. Let the government know about it and Hydro know about it. Maybe they'll do something about it. So some of these people on welfare or whatever, that don't have a job, this is the only way to get jobs. And here it goes. But anyways, hope you understood that. But anyways, I have to say that. But anyways, ciao.